Erika. Welcome to my first listen for Ives Empathy album. I am excited to dive into this. We're checking out the 4 B-sides. It's going to be one video. It's going to be a great time for us. But yes, I am so excited to be checking this out. I really love Rebel Heart. I love Attitude. And like, there's like, not every single release or every single song from I've always, the title tracks for sure. But like, I haven't always been feeling all their stuff, but like more recently, I'm like, I've Girl, we are locked in. So I'm excited. The 4 B-sides we're gonna be checking out are Flu, You Wanna Cry, Thank You, and TKO. If you wanna know my thoughts on the other ones, go with me some video reactions. But I think they're great. Rebel Heart got me. And Attitude, where that girl. That was not cute, okay? The hair, behave. But yes, I am so excited to dive into this again. Yeah, because I mean, the trailer was cool. I love sort of like the concept that we were both kind of, with Rebel Heart and Attitude. I really love those, both in like the song and the video concept. So I'm excited to dive a little bit more into what we're doing B-side wise. Always interests me, you know what I mean? So yes, we can go ahead and get started. Oh, I do color-coded live videos for this, just because I find it to be the best solution for you and for me to follow along together in real time. But I do not make these, so if they are wrong, please don't kill the messenger. I'm excited. I think that's it. That's right. Okay, we doing that. We going through the album. Yeah. So Rebel Heart is the first track. We love her. I've started off strong with catching us in the feelings, but it's all right. I ain't mad. Because that's what I go to I for, you know what I mean? So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into Flu. Ooh. It's very Ive sounding. Catching feelings like we caught a flu. I see. And maybe you know, because like viruses, if you catch a cold, it's not good for you. You know what I mean? So we love the metaphors. But I do like this metaphor. I feel like normally you get like a lovesick, you know what I mean? Versus kind of like in the way they're using the metaphor here for that. Kind of in the way that you're like bad for me versus like I'm lovesick, I'm down bad. You know what I mean? Because when you catch feelings, like you catch a cold, sometimes you can't do anything about it. You feel what you feel. You love it. Okay, break her down on the bridge. But it's so Ive sounding. I would hear it and I'd be like, Ive. Ive. I like it. Again, I love the metaphor that they use here for like, again, because normally it's like love sickness, like I'm down bad, I need a doctor. What, I was gonna start going overdose, girl. We do not want that. But I really enjoyed it because it's like when you do get sick, you know what I mean? It's like very much outside of your control, and you kind of got to deal with it sort of in the way like you catch feelings, like we can't help how we feel, you know what I mean? And like the way like when you get sick, it's like bad for you, you know what I mean? In a way that person might be bad for us. But here we are. I love it. I love the metaphor of it. It feels like a fresh sort of take on the concept, so I really, really like that. It's very, very Ive sounding. Again, if I were to hear this and not know who it is, Ive. But yeah, so the next track we are going to be checking out is You Wanna Cry. Is it gonna be sad? Is it gonna be just like we gonna find out? But yes, You Wanna Cry. Let's go.
You wanna cry, come on.
They're waiting till they see you cry? Oh, no. You know, they have like emotion, like they're like known for like their emotional stuff, emotional pop, but they don't have too many songs like this, or I can't think of another one off the top of the dome. Like the very much more comforting type. I do love I With Rock though, going into that more pop, rock, punkish territory, kind of like we got with Rebel Heart. I'm here. Because when it said this, I thought it was gonna be like they're waiting till you cry, but it's more just like like the more comfort, not like in the other way. But they're like, they'll stay till you like let it out, sort of thing. Because sometimes you don't have that comfort of having someone there. Just, I don't know, it just kind of makes it a little easier. I really like that. I do love Ive sort of again with Rebel Heart, and this one kind of go a little bit more into like the rock vibe, because I don't know, I feel like with that there's like definitely like there's a lot of like emotion within like rock and stuff, specifically like rock ballads, you know what I mean? But even going a little bit more in the punk, because I feel like with like the rock genre, it's such like a release of like emotions, kind of like, I wouldn't say always like your negative emotions, you know what I mean? But definitely there is that release that you get from it. So definitely with like You Wanna Cry and Rebel Heart, that definitely kind of is like, I like how they're kind of doing that. I like where we're going within the genre exploration for them. So I really like it. I don't think they have, like, I can't think of one off the top of my head. So that could also be it. But another song where they kind of have like a little bit like a comfort sort of thing. Like, yes, they have like very emotional music and they're known for that. But like, I like, this is the first one where I'm like, oh, we're kind of, oh, hello, they're bringing comfort to us, you know, in that sort of like empathy feeling, and I do love that it's in the middle of the album and that you have a song like this that isn't like at the end. Just because, I don't know, I like the structure of that, you know what I mean? Just kind of like it being right in the middle. I think it was very nice. I think it works very well for like the overall concept, and like if you're doing like a top-down listen and you're kind of like, you know, getting into it like that, like it's just very, I don't know, it seems like perfect placement for me personally. But the next track we're gonna be checking out is Thank You. I wonder if we're gonna kind of like the middle album's gonna stay in this very much emotional place. But yeah, I'm loving what I'm hearing so far. It definitely seems like, I don't know, they're kind of like getting deeper into like the, like, cause it's just more like, I feel like their music would be just like so overwhelming that you would feel the emotions, but kind of more like taking on the emotions in every single song, and the more exploration of that, especially kind of what we got in the Empathy trailer. I'm loving hearing that within the music. So let's get Thank You. Giggle. I sometimes feel empty. And they're very much more like, a lot of them would feel like broken down songs. K1요? It's like, thank you for giving me the lesson, because I got through it and I'm on the other side, so thank you for letting me go through that, because look at me now. I'm stronger. I'm a stronger woman. We love that. We love that. That definitely makes sense why Attitude is after this one. And I was like thinking of it much more as like a post-breakup sort of perspective of it. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that perspective. That was my initial interpretation of it. But it could also be someone who was kind of like there for you during the tough times, like, thank you. Thanks to me. Thanks to me. Thanks for the pain. Thanks for your trust. Thanks for our growth. Yeah. See, it could kind of be like depending on what you like, because you could definitely. Oh. So maybe it don't even still need to like, because that's how I initially thought of it. But now I was kind of leaning it towards being much more like a fan song, like, thank you for always being there for me type of moment, you know what I mean? Because they got through because of the fans, you know what I mean? Like, that sort of perspective. So I like that. I also don't think they have too many fan songs, so that's really cool. But I also think it could be just like, maybe it could be for like both perspectives, you know what I mean? Depending on what you may need in the moment and the different interpretations of it. And that's the beauty of art, that everybody can take away something different, you know what I mean? And it's much more your personal experience with it. So for sure, you can definitely look at it as just being just like, I should thank you for everything you caused me to go through, because look at me now. But then it could also be just like, thank you for being there for me. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing like your love. Thank you. Because that can, it can, I think it can work like both ways depending on your interpretation of it in the moment. Because again, my brain did flip to, I'm like, oh wait, maybe it's a fan song. You know what I mean? So I really do like that too. In the album, kind of falling right after, gosh, I forgot what the last song we just checked out. Girl, it's a new album. Give me patience. Give me grace. But definitely, going from like You Wanna Cry to Thank You, I think that's a great transition. I also think like the top down listen is so beautifully structured. You start off with Rebel Harbor, Caught in Our Feelings. You get with like Flu. You're kind of also back in there. You Wanna Cry, they're giving you kind of like comfort, you know what I mean? Then you have Thank You, little fan song, little emotional moment because of that, you know what I mean? And then we get into Attitude. So it's kind of much like you kind of go like, you start kind of going like a little down, and then like you Thank You's kind of like back up on the like on the rise of it. Then you kind of get like Attitude, where we are that girl. And the last one is going to be TKO. So I think it's a very interesting structure for a top down listen. I think like the concepts do work if you want to do it in like a shuffle listen, but the top down I think is a very, very beautiful experience because of that. You know what I mean? Like I like this sort of emotional journey they put us on from like a top down sort of listen. So I really do like that. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into the last track, TKO. But I think this is an incredible project. I'm loving this album, like not necessarily because like, well, first of all, I do like kind of them exploring more into the rock, but also just like I just think the concepts for each song are just like so good, and sort of like how they take it on in a much more kind of like emotional sort of thing. Because again, like there's like because you can write music that just triggers an emotional response that's just like scientifically done. Like that's just like the thing. That's the thing with a lot of like religious and gospel music. Like it's written in such a way to get emotion out of you, and that's why when you're listening to it, you feel something. It's because like this music is like kind of scientifically doing that to you. So I feel like that can definitely be the case with like a lot of Ive stuff. But for this comeback, I'm much more feeling just like, not necessarily within like the music structure, but a little bit more of how they're taking on the concepts and how they're handling that. So I feel like a deeper emotional connection to it, you know what I mean? Versus kind of like, was it I Switch? No, well, yeah, I mean, that's a good album too as well. What's the album I'm thinking of? Versus like I've Mine with like Off the Record and like Either Way. Like I love those songs just because of how they are, but maybe they kind of do lean into that more kind of like getting the emotion out of you kind of like scientifically. That's the best way I can describe it without like, you know what I mean. But I'm really like, I don't know, there's something about this one that feels a little different, a little more, I don't know, like I don't know, she just feels different. She just feel like she built different. So we're gonna be checking out the last track, TKO, so you know what it like a I'm ready. Girl, she bite. Oh, sorry, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. A total knockout if you didn't know. Oh, okay, you're good with the vocals? I like this one a lot though. Hey. I like this. This one is fun. They're like, you don't want to mess with me because I wish this one would have been promoted. Because this one's fun, it's different, but it's like so IVE at the same time when they take on added concepts like attitude or like baddie. I was waiting for the beat drop. Please tell me they do this live. I told you. Work. Crazy. Pop, pop, pop. I feel like every member got like a killing part here. And it's done. Yo, that was my favorite just because she's fun. Just because she made me feel like a baddie. But also, like, she's just really cool. I really like that. I wish TKO was promoted. Like, it definitely doesn't have, like, the... Like, it's kind of like, again, like, a lot of their tracks are a little bit more broken down production. So that's why I see why, like, it's a B-side. But if they were to turn her up, she could have been a title track. And she's so good. She's so good. Like, that's also one where it's like, I'm that girl. So she pairs really nicely with attitude. You know what I mean? And stuff like that type of concept. I'm thinking like the hey odds. I'm thinking like the baddie. I'm thinking like the attitude. Like that kind of concept from IVE. But I really like her. Like, that's my song. First of all, I feel like every member's got a killer part, whether it's vocals, whether it's rapping. That's probably the best rapping I think they've had on like an IVE track out of all their... Okay, well, it does rival. It does actually rival the bridge of... Why can't I think of the name of the song? Why can't I think of the name of the song? No. After Like? Yes, the bridge in After Like, where it's like the rap in there. It rivals that, okay? But yeah, I think my favorite one is TKO just because like I really like that. I do like the little more kind of like emotional stuff. For sure. I think like I think Rebel Heart and TKO are like my favorite because I feel like Rebel Heart's like my favorite kind of like more emotional one that they have. But like TKO, I'm just like, yes. So yeah, I really like that. I really like TKO, and that's like such a fun one to have as like the last track on the album. But I really like that. I would love to see them do like I'm sure they will perform like TKO live like at their concerts and stuff, but like more promoted would be fantastic. I'm just saying and stuff. You know what I mean? And a lot of the tracks these days that are top tracks are low key. It's like the reverse. Like we got the overproduced noise music era. They flip it. Everything be flip flopping with the trends. But I really like it. I would love some choreography, especially when it gets to like, because I was waiting for like the post chorus drop, and then they did it for the second one. So I'm like, okay, let me see the choreography, please. But I really like TKO. That one's fun. I think the lyrics are fun. Just because it plays in with the concept of like fighting and stuff. Because TKO, total knockout and stuff. So it could just be like they're so bad. They're like they're a knockout. Like she's a knockout type of thing. But then also like they ready. They put them up, you know what I mean? But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I think it's a really great album. I think for me, it's my personal kind of just like favorite one, just because of like everything involved, because I like they're more kind of dive into the rock stuff. And then I also like how like the types of like kind of like emotions I was pulling out of me, and how like I feel differently with like the emotions in like this album than I feel like any previous ones. Like, I don't know, it feels like a little bit more mature, which is a little weird to say that, because not that they're like other stuff is like immature, but you know what I mean. It's like definitely a different sort of vibe when it's like coming from. But I really like it. I definitely like how they made me feel. I love the top down listen for it. That's like, I feel like the best experience for it is to go in it from top to bottom, the album like we did here. I really liked it. I think it's a very interesting structure. It's not your typical album structure, but I really liked it. I really think it's a good album. I think it's my personal favorite. I don't know if like you could look at it and be like it's objectively their best, but I really like what I was feeling throughout the entire experience, and I like all their concepts. Every song is kind of unique in its own way, and I got different emotions out of all of them. You know what I mean? And I think it's really good. It's my favorite, my personal favorite of Ives so far. But yeah, I really loved it. It's a great project. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna look back at this era of Ive, and I was not paying attention, and my card got full. But yeah, so that's the takeaway from it. Not that my card was full, but that I feel full emotionally. Go to Pure Thoughts and comment below about Ives Empathy. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you liked me and want to see more of my videos, go hit that subscribe button. Want to see my videos the second they come out, hit that notification button. If you want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, or description down below, or at the end screen. If you like gaming content, I have a gaming channel. It's called Erika. Currently playing The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, so we can join me over there for that. Thank you so much for watching. Love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. 조금 부족해 너는 거기가 뭔가 좀 넘쳐